Welcome 9th class students. Maths part first. Lesson number 4. Ratio and proportion. Today we are going to study continued proportion and K method. If A upon B is equal to B upon C, then A, B, C are said to be in continued proportion, and this B is called as a geometric mean of A and C, and we write B square is equal to AC. If A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to C upon D is equal to D upon E is equal to E upon F, then A, B, C, D, E and F are said to be in continued proportion. Now K method, this method is used to solve the examples on ratio. If four positive real numbers A, B, C, D are in proportion, then A upon B is equal to C upon D is equal to, this ratio can be taken as a K, and A is equal to B into K and C is equal to D into K. If A, B, C are in continued proportion, then this can be written as A upon B is equal to B upon C, and this ratio can be written as a K. Then B is equal to CK and A is equal to CK square. If A, B, C, D are in continued proportion, then A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to C upon D is equal to K. Then C is equal to DK, B is equal to DK square and A is equal to DK cube. And number 4, if A, B, C, D, E are in continued proportion, then we can write that ratios A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to C upon D is equal to D upon E, and each ratio is equal to K. In this case, D is equal to EK, C is equal to EK square, B is equal to EK cube, and A is equal to E into K raised to 4. This is called as a K method, and this method is used to solve the examples on the ratio. And by using this method and the point of continued proportion, we are going to solve practice set 4.5 from this lesson. Practice set 4.5. Question number 1. Which number should be subtracted from 12, 16 and 21 so that resultant numbers are in continued proportion? Let number x is subtracted from 12, 16 and 21 so that the resultant numbers are in continued proportion. Then numbers becomes 12 minus x, 16 minus x and 21 minus x, and these numbers are in continued proportion. We know that if A, B and C are in continued proportion, then this we can write A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to K. Similarly, these three numbers are in continued proportion. Therefore, we can write this as 12 minus x upon second number 16 minus x is equal to second number 16 minus x upon 21 minus x, and this ratio is equal to K. Now use theorem on equal ratios. Therefore, K is equal to, take subtraction of numerators, that is a 12 minus x minus in bracket 16 minus x upon subtraction of denominators 16 minus x minus 21 minus x. This is by theorem on equal ratios. Theorem on equal ratios. Therefore, K is equal to 12 minus x minus this 16 will become minus, this minus x will become plus x upon 16 minus x minus this 21 become minus and this minus x become plus x. Therefore this minus x and plus x will get cancelled. This minus x and plus x will get cancelled. Therefore k is equal to 12 minus 16, that is minus 4, and 16 minus 21, that will be minus 5. This minus minus will become plus, so is equal to 4 upon 5. Therefore k is equal to 4 upon 5. Now k is equal to this ratio, or k is equal to this ratio. So we can take 12 minus x upon 16 minus x is equal to k, and now value of k is 4 upon 5. Therefore 12 minus x upon 16 minus x is equal to 4 upon 5. Now take cross multiplication. Therefore 5 in bracket 12 minus x is equal to 4 in bracket 16 minus x. Therefore 5 into 12 is 60 minus 5 into x, 5x is equal to 4 into 16, 64, minus 4 into x, that is 4x. Therefore minus 5x and this minus 4x on the left side will be plus 4x is equal to 64 minus 60. Now minus 5x plus 4x, that will be minus x, is equal to 64 minus 60 is a 4. Therefore x is equal to minus 4. Therefore our answer is minus 4. So we write, therefore number minus 4 should be subtracted from each of given numbers. Question number 2. If 28 minus x is the mean proportional of 23 minus x and 19 minus x, then find the value of x. So we know that if a, b, c are in continued proportion, then we can write a upon b is equal to b upon c, and b is called as a mean proportion of a and c. Similarly, here we have given 28 minus x is mean proportional of 23 minus x and 19 minus x. Here b is a mean proportional of a and c. Therefore b is a middle term, a is a first term and c is a third term. Similarly 28 minus x will be middle term, 23 minus x and 19 minus x are 23 minus x is first term and 19 minus x is the third term. Therefore we can write 23 minus x comma 28 minus x comma 19 minus x are in continued proportion. Are in continued proportion. Therefore this we can write 23 minus x upon 28 minus x is equal to 28 minus x upon 19 minus x. Now take dividendo. Therefore 23 minus x minus 28 minus x upon 28 minus x is equal to 28 minus x minus 19 minus x upon 19 minus x. This is by dividendo. We have taken dividendo. Therefore 23 minus x minus 28, this minus x will become plus x, divided by 28 minus x is equal to 28 minus x minus 19. This minus x will become plus x upon 19 minus x. Now this minus x and plus x will get cancelled. Here also minus x and plus x will get cancelled. Therefore 23 minus 28, that will be minus 5 upon 28 minus x is equal to 28 minus 19, that will be 9. So 9 upon 19 minus x. Therefore here we get minus 5 upon 28 minus x is equal to 9 upon 19 minus x. Now take cross multiplication. Therefore minus 5 in bracket 19 minus x is equal to 9 in bracket 28 minus x. Therefore minus 5 into 19, that will be 95, minus 95. Minus 5 into minus x, that will be plus 5x is equal to 9 into 28, it will be 252. 9 into minus x will be minus 9x. Therefore 5x and this minus 9x on the left side will be plus 9x is equal to 252. This minus 95 on the right side will be plus 95. Therefore it will be 5x plus 9x, that is 14x is equal to 252 plus 95, it will be 347. Therefore x is equal to 347 upon 14. This is value of x. Question number 3. Three numbers are in continued proportion whose mean proportional is 12 and the sum of the remaining two numbers is 26. Find the numbers. Now let's solve this example. Let a comma b comma c be three numbers in continued proportion these three numbers are in continued proportion. A, B, C are in continued proportion. Then B is called as a mean proportional. Therefore we have mean proportional is 12. Therefore B is equal to 12 here given. Now sum of remaining two numbers is 26. Sum of remaining two numbers. Two numbers are A and C. Remaining two numbers are A and C. And their sum is given as A plus C is equal to 26. This is equation number 1. It is also given. Now we know that B square is equal to AC. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then we can write B square is equal to A into C. Now value of B is 12. Therefore 12 square is equal to A into C. Therefore we can find the value of 12 square is 144 is equal to AC. From this we can find the value of A. A is equal to 144 upon C. Now put this value in equation 1. So put A is equal to 144 upon C in equation 1. Therefore equation 1 is A plus C is equal to 26. Now value of A is 144 upon C plus C is equal to 26. Now multiply each term by C, then what we will get? (144 upon C plus C is equal to 26). Therefore 144 upon C into C plus C into C is equal to 26 into C. Multiply each term by C. This C will get cancelled. Therefore 144 plus C square is equal to 26C. Therefore this is a quadratic equation. C square and this minus 26C plus 144 is equal to 0. C square minus 26C plus 144 is equal to 0 is quadratic equation in C. So we find two numbers such that their multiplication is 144 and their sum is minus 26. So that numbers are minus 18 and minus 8. Minus 18 into minus 8, 144 minus 18 minus 8, sum will be minus 26. Therefore C square, this minus 26C can be split as minus 18C minus 8C plus 144 is equal to 0. Therefore from these two terms we can take C common, so C in bracket C minus 18. From these two terms we can take minus 8 common, so in bracket C minus 18 is equal to 0. Therefore in first bracket C minus 18 and in second bracket C minus 8 is equal to 0. Therefore C minus 18 is equal to 0 or C minus 8 is equal to 0. Therefore C is equal to 18 or C is equal to 8. So we get two values of C. C is equal to 18 or C is equal to 8. Now if C is equal to 18, now find the value of A. So we have A plus C is equal to 26. Therefore A is equal to 26 minus C is equal to 26 minus 18 is equal to 8. Then numbers are, first number is A is equal to 8, second number is B we have given 12, and third number is C is 18. If we take C is equal to 18, then the three numbers are 8, 12 and 18. Now number 2, if C is equal to 8, then A plus C is equal to 26. Therefore A is equal to 26 minus C is equal to 26 minus 8 is equal to 18. Then numbers are, now first number A will be 18, second number B is 12, and third number C is 8. Therefore required numbers are 8, 12, 18 or 18, 12, 8, and these numbers are in continued proportion. Number 4, if in bracket a plus b plus c into a minus b plus c is equal to a square plus b square plus c square, then show that a comma b comma c are in continued proportion. So we have given in first bracket a plus b plus c into second bracket a minus b plus c is equal to a square plus b square plus c square is a given. Now make group of these two terms. Write these two terms in curl bracket, that is round bracket, plus b. Now here also make group of a and c, that is a plus c, write in round bracket, minus b is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. Now we know the formula. In first bracket a plus b, in second bracket a minus b is equal to formula is a square minus b square. First term plus second term into first term minus second term is equal to first term square minus second term square. Here is a first term plus second term into first term minus second term. By using this formula we can write first term square. This first term is a bracket a plus c bracket square minus second term square minus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. Here we use this formula. First term plus second term into first term minus second term is equal to first term square minus second term square and is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. Now a plus c bracket square, expand this bracket, it will be a square plus 2 into a into c plus c square minus b square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. Expansion of this bracket, first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. Now this a square and this a square will get cancelled. This c square and this c square will get cancelled. Therefore we have 2ac minus b square is equal to b square. Therefore 2ac is equal to b square, and this minus b square on the right side will be plus b square. Therefore 2ac is equal to b square plus b square 2b square. Now this 2 will get cancelled. Therefore we have b square is equal to ac. B square is equal to ac. If a comma b comma c are in continued proportion, then we know that b square is equal to ac. Therefore a comma b comma c are in continued proportion. Question number 5. If a upon b is equal to b upon c and a comma b comma c are greater than 0, then show that in first bracket a plus b plus c into b minus c is equal to ab minus c square. Now we have given a upon b is equal to B upon C. So A, B, C are in continued proportion. Therefore, we can write A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to K. From this, we can write B is equal to C into K and A is equal to B into K. A is equal to B into K, but B is equal to Ck. Therefore, we can put B is equal to Ck. Therefore, Ck into K is equal to Ck square. Therefore, A is equal to Ck square and B is equal to Ck. We can write these values from this ratio. Now we have given this equation. We have to prove A plus B plus C into B minus C is equal to AB minus C square. This is the LHS. Left hand side is equal to A plus B plus C into B minus C is equal to, put the value of A and B in this equation. Value of A is a Ck square. So Ck square plus value of B is a Ck plus C into value of B is a Ck minus C is equal to, from this bracket take C common, so in bracket K square plus K plus 1, and from this bracket take C common, so in bracket K minus 1 is equal to this C into C, that is a C square. So in bracket K square plus K plus 1 into K minus 1. Now we know the formula A cube minus B cube that you have studied in 8th standard. That formula is A minus B in first bracket and A square plus AB plus B square in second bracket. Now let's see A minus B, first term minus second term, first term minus second term. A square, first term square, K square, plus A into B, K into 1 is a K, and plus B square means second term square, plus second term is a 1 square is a 1. Therefore, this is a expansion just like this formula. So we can write C square into first term cube minus second term cube. First term cube, first term is a K cube minus 1 cube. This is expansion of this formula. Therefore, we write C square in bracket K cube minus 1. Now let's solve RHS. RHS is equal to AB minus C square. Left hand side is AB minus C square. Put the values of A and B. Value of A is a Ck square into value of B is a Ck minus C square. So is equal to C into C. C square, K square into K, that is a K cube minus C square. From these two terms take C square common. So C square in bracket it will be K cube minus 1. So LHS is equal to C square in bracket K cube minus 1 and RHS is equal to C square in bracket K cube minus 1. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore in first bracket A plus B plus C into second bracket B minus C is equal to AB minus C square is proved. Question number 5. Example number 2. In bracket A square plus B square into B square plus C square is equal to AB plus BC bracket square. We know that here A is equal to CK square and B is equal to CK. Now LHS is equal to A square plus B square into B square plus C square is equal to, put the value of A and B. A is equal to CK square, that is the CK square bracket square plus B is equal to CK square into B square. B is the CK bracket square plus C square is equal to CK square bracket square, that is the C square into K raised to 4 plus CK square C square K square into CK square C square K square plus C square is equal to, from these two terms we can take C square K square common. In bracket here will remain K square and here will remain 1, K square plus 1. From these two terms we can take a C square common. So in bracket K square plus 1 is equal to, now this C square and this C square will be C raised to 4 into K square into K square plus 1 into K square plus 1, that is a K square plus 1 bracket square. Now solve RHS. RHS is equal to AB plus BC bracket square. We can take B square common from this bracket, so B square in bracket A plus C bracket square. Now value of B is a CK, therefore CK square in bracket A is a CK square plus C bracket square is equal to CK square, that will be C square K square, and from bracket we can take C square common. C square in bracket K square plus 1 bracket square is equal to C square into C square, C raised to 4 K square in bracket K square plus 1 bracket square. This is RHS. So LHS is equal to C raised to 4 K square plus 1 bracket square, and RHS is equal to C raised to 4 K square in bracket K square plus 1 bracket square. LHS is equal to RHS. LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore A square plus B square into B square plus C square is equal to AB plus BC bracket square is proved. Question number 5. Example number 3. A square plus B square upon AB is equal to A plus C upon B. Now here LHS is equal to A square plus B square upon AB. is equal to, put A is equal to ck square. Therefore ck square bracket square plus, put B is equal to ck bracket square upon A into B. A is the ck square into B is the ck is equal to c square into k square raised to 2, that is the k raised to 4 plus c square k square upon c into c square k square into k raised to 3 is equal to, now c square k square take common, c square k square, so in bracket it will remain k square plus 1 upon c square into k cube, that is c square k square into k. This will get cancelled, is equal to k square plus 1 upon k. This is value of LHS. Now RHS is equal to A plus C upon B is equal to, A is a ck square plus C upon B. B is equal to ck is equal to, take c common in the numerator, that will in bracket k square plus 1 upon ck c will get cancelled, is equal to k square plus 1 upon k. This is RHS. Now LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore A square plus B square upon AB is equal to A plus C upon B is proved. Question number 6. Find the mean proportional of x plus y upon x minus y and x square minus y square upon x square y square. Now let B be the mean proportional of x plus y upon x minus y and x square minus y square upon x square into y square. We know that if A, B and C are in continued proportion, then B is called as a mean proportion, and we have B square is equal to AC. We have to find the mean proportional of these two terms and let that be B. Then we have to write B square is equal to multiplication of these two terms, x plus y upon x minus y into x square minus y square upon x square y square is equal to x plus y upon x minus y into this x square minus y square can be written as x plus y into x minus y upon x square y square. X minus y, this bracket will get cancelled. Therefore B square is equal to x plus y into x plus y, that is x plus y bracket square upon x square y square. Now take square root on both sides. Square root of B square is a B and square root of this bracket square is a x plus y. Square root of x square y square is a xy. So taking a square root on both sides, therefore our answer mean proportional is equal to x plus y upon x into y.